It is Election Day 2025, the most wonderful day of the year. I am doing a live stream on YouTube, on Substack, on X, starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time with my friend Chuck Todd, as well as the great folks at Decision Desk HQ. I hope you check it out. It's free. I think you're really going to like it. But today I want to talk about something that isn't just about the election. It's what happens after the election. So on Monday, NBC News reported something very interesting. The headline, Democrats brace for Nancy Pelosi's possible retirement. And this is what they say, quote, she is expected to make an announcement about her future after Tuesday's elections when voters will consider a ballot measure known as Prop 50 that could redraw the state's congressional lines. Pelosi is a prominent proponent of the plan, which Democrats hope would net them several seats. Here is one House Democrat from California. I wish she would stay for 10 more years. I think she's out. She's going to go out with Prop 50 overwhelmingly passing, and what a crowning achievement for her to do that. So Pelosi's people sort of poo-pooed this. They didn't deny it, but they sort of said, like, she hasn't made any final decisions, and, who knows what she'll decide. And I don't have any inside information about what Nancy Pelosi is going to say, but I do think, look, she's 85 years old. There are two announced challengers in the primary to her. Do I think Nancy Pelosi would win a primary against those people? Yes, absolutely. She's Nancy Pelosi. Do I think she wants to run in a primary? No. Do I think that those people may have gotten a wink and a nod or read the tea leaves as to what her plans to retire are? Yes, and that's why they're running in the first place. So I think that it is worth reflecting on Pelosi for a minute, and I'll do more if and when she does ultimately retire. But this is a titanically important political figure. I mean, obviously, she's already in the history books, first female speaker of the U.S. House. But she is someone who, aside from presidents, I think is the most impactful political figure of the last 25 to 30 years. I mean, she is a hugely important figure in American politics. She is, I think, still weirdly underrated. I learned that lesson repeatedly. We kept saying that I kept saying, like, oh, Nancy Pelosi, she's probably going to retire now that she's in the minority. She doesn't want to be the speaker and then go into the minority. Well, she stayed, and then she helped Democrats win the majority. And became speaker. Like, I'm not going to ever question Nancy Pelosi's political acumen. I've learned my lesson on that one. I think she has been underestimated and underrated way too often, including by me. I think she's a giant figure that I think Democrats are going to struggle to replace. I think Pelosi remains sort of the best political mind in the House among Democrats in terms of how to win elections, how you use legislation and policy to win elections. And I think I still think the best fundraiser in the House among House Democrats. So I think if she does retire, and it would make some sense. She's 85 years old. If she does retire, it will be a huge hole for House Democrats. I know she's not in leadership anymore. She doesn't technically have a leadership role, but this is someone who has continued to be a guiding light strategically, I think, for her party. Still an active fundraiser for her party. And she will be impossible to replace. I mean, there's a reason there's one Nancy Pelosi, right? I think she was the most effective speaker for Democrats in decades, probably the most effective speaker for either party in decades, certainly a historic figure. And I said, still weirdly, I think, somewhat underrated because she's never been great at interviews. She's not really a great talker in the media. She talks in run-on sentences. She's not a great interview. Having interviewed her, she's not an amazing interview, but my gosh, she is a tremendous political force. And this honestly has nothing to do with her being a Democrat or a Republican. She's just a very, very good politician, manager of her caucus in the House, strategist on how to add seats, fundraiser, certainly the best fundraiser that's come out of the House in a very, very long time. And yeah, I mean, her stepping down from leadership a few years ago was a sign that she was winding it down. It makes sense to me if she's going to retire, and I'll talk more about it when she does retire. But look, Democrats will not be able to replace Nancy Pelosi. She's literally irreplaceable for what she has done and is still doing within the Democratic House caucus. So it will be a big loss to them when she does go, which I suspect will be sometime before the 2026 election. She'll announce it. She's retiring. So anyway, reminder tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, we will go live. Me, Chuck Todd, Jeffrey Skelly from Decision Desk. We will have all sorts of great guests. We will be on for hours and hours. We got New Jersey, Virginia, the California redistricting proposition. We've got New York City mayor, Seattle mayor, all sorts of Miami mayor. We've got Pennsylvania State Supreme Court. We've got ballot initiatives in Texas. We got Maine. We got all sorts of stuff. We'll stay on top of all of it. It will be an election night that you deserve, a modern election night for people who care about elections. I hope you check it out. One thing you can do for me before then is just hit subscribe. You'll get all my free content like this every day, and I'll continue to grow as an independent news creator. Thanks, y'all. Take care.